because like from my background, I used to be in the entertainment industry, so I used to see a lot of people lose the value of money. So they would be able to make fast money and then blow it the same way they made it, or not know how to manage it. So they were making money, they just weren't properly allocating it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Broke men.
Damn.
Okay. Can you expand on it a little bit?
Okay, so me coming from a relationship, like I'm coming from like my perspective and like my mom's perspectives as well. Like I feel like when you get into a relationship with a broke guy, like it's really difficult for you to like, let's say you're keeping up with money, but then you have that person also that you have to keep up with. Like you have a dependent too.
So providing for a man, you're saying?
Providing for a man, yeah.
Okay.
You ever dated a broke guy before?
Yep.
Is your current boyfriend now broke? God damn! What the fuck?
So she's like, yeah?
Yeah?
Oh, shit.
Allegedly.
Well, nigga, he went to Texas Roadhouse. What do you expect?
Yeah, bro. Like in the service industry, there's so much money you can make.
Yeah, bro.
I guess you didn't learn from that lesson
Get
then.
that free bread, man. Literally. That free bread from her and from the restaurant. Nigga get that free bread. All right, fantastic. What about you?
I would say mishandling your money.
How so?
Like if you like a lavish life, then you're gonna live it. You're gonna spend a lot of money.
Okay.
What is that?
I guess trying to chase luxury, you would say?
No, I would say like going out to eat, getting your hair done, your nails, your eyebrows. That's all money.
Do you do all that yourself?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
All that.
Who's paying for it?
I am. I'm independent.
Oh, excuse me. All right.
All right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd say like balancing your priorities, like right now having school, work, your own time for your friends, everything else kind of just depends on where you are, depending on how old you are, where you're at in life. Like for me, school takes like a lot of time. So same with having a job. Like some of my friends still don't have jobs, so it's like not me, but like that's what takes most of my money. For the general population of women, I think just on anything, responsibilities, priorities, whatever you decide to put that in, whether that's fashion, going out, traveling, everyone has their own thing. So.
All right. What about you?
I would say access to information and knowledge and just the people that are around you. A lot of women don't grow up being taught these things on how to make generational wealth and just learning how to save, learning how to put your money into assets. So I think it's just like a lack of knowledge, lack of information, and a lack of like women that want to know.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about you?
I'm the younger one of the group, so I would definitely. I said I'm the younger one of the group, so I would definitely say like partying and stuff like that, and like life experiences. You wanna?
Oh yeah, she's lesbian, so she pays for her own drinks. Don't forget that. Regular girls don't say that shit.
When you go out, you pay for stuff?
It depends on the night.
No, because I would argue, you go with a girl, they bring you to the table.
Yeah.
No, you don't pay for shit.
Yeah.
No, when it's two girls, bro, they split the bill.
Well,
You gotta
Mara,
pay.
she told me she had dick before, so she had dick before in the past, so but now she's currently dating a nigga. So
She had to figure out she didn't like it.
Why? No, why did you go from dick to vagina? I'm curious.
I just connect more with women on a intimate and intellectual level.
Wait, so on the date, who pays, you or your girlfriend?
Huh?
Who pays normally, you or your
It
girlfriend?
just depends on the day. I don't have a girlfriend, no. But
Well, if you did.
oh, if I did, it just depends on who's treating the other person.
Okay, so you said that you connect more and you bond with women, but let me ask you this: are you actually aroused by them too?
Yes.
Oh, you are. Okay.
All right,
Hold
so
on, what's your type though?
What do you mean?
Do you like mask women?
What do you look for, like?
I like masked women. I like any type of woman. I just really have to connect with you.
wait? So question: your body count?
4.
Everybody?
400?
No,
No.
4.
4 flat.
That's cap, bro.
Stop the cap.
At 18?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
How many you supposed to have at 18? How many did you
Zero?
have at 18? Man, I don't know what world you live in.
That's you're right though. I won't lie.
Zero is
Okay.
crazy.
This nigga with the damn, that's crazy, bro.
That's crazy, boy.
18, bro. No, it's 18, man.
what the
I was playing Nintendo, bro.
You're a guy though, Chris.
I know you're right.
Oh man, what the fuck, bro?
Man, she already fucking, man. Now.
Yeah, okay. Moving on smartly. What about you? What do you think?
Yo, did you start drinking already?
Nah, I'm sober as fuck, man.
What?
Shout out to Gorilla Maros.
Wait, so no Hennessy?
Nah, bro.
You started early.
Yeah, bro.
What the-
All right. What about you?
I'm gonna say budgeting and budgeting your
Budgeting?
priorities. Yeah,
All right.
like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Budgeting.
All right. What about you?
Honestly, I have to piggyback on what Maddie said. Pretty much
For me, it was credit, not understanding credit. So I would say lack of information, and I didn't know how important credit was until I actually needed it. So I had already effed it up, and now it's like I was trying to fix it, but it's like it was already too late. So I feel like that was the most important thing.
I have a question. Does everyone here know their credit score?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah. All right,
I
let's
don't
go
think I
around the
know my
table. What's your credit score roughly?
What's your credit score?
You guys are women, so it don't matter, bro. Like it don't matter. Like there's baddies that have 400 credit scores and nobody gives a fuck, bro.
Yachts, super yachts.
Dude, you got a 420 credit score. It's an L for you.
I would argue before I get married, if I ever get married, what's your credit score? Just to know, you know? Just to know.
I mean, those are important things to ask.
What is
Really
it, 500?
important. No, it's 610.
610?
Yeah.
All right. Getting there.
It's not too bad.
I'm 740.
Okay.
740?
That's pretty solid.
Okay.
Okay, you.
And just checked today is 747.
Really?
Wait a minute. With
Okay.
what? Well, no.
Wait,
no.
wait,
no.
I was
no.
18.
How is it so high?
My mom built my credit from
Yeah,
when I
That's
was
okay.
16.
Now that makes sense. I'm like, what are you buying? How to my credit? Okay, cool. All right.
She's Asian too.
You can be an authorized user.
What about you?
That's why my mom
Okay.
different.
770.
Okay. What about you?
Really high.
I believe her.
7:30.
Man, y'all capping now.
I mean, she
bro.
Asian, bro. I believe her, man.
Okay, what about you?
My phone.
What about you?
What about you?
750.
Stop the cap.
I'm serious.
That's why I hate asking this question, bro. They about to cap all over the place.
I
What
can
about
show
you?
I'm at 800.
Yo!
Damn.
Stop the show!
Damn.
Stop the show! What have you? No, hold
Can
on.
we actually pull out our phones?
Hold on. What's on credit?
My credit?
No. What's on there?
Oh, my car. Like I paid for a car before, and then the house that I live in too. I worked for a really long time. Like I paid for all those.
Wait, you have a house?
And it's 800 just with
No.
those two things.
What's your highest
That's
credit
it?
card limit?
Yeah, and a car. Like, but I started when I was 18 and stuff, and I started paying for a lot of stuff. You know.
Wait a minute. Something isn't right here.
Yeah, but I'm 50,
What is not
I started
right?
around
I
18.
just
I'm
turned
51 and
21.
I don't have an 800 credit score.
I do. I can show
You
you.
have a house?
The
Like,
math ain't
like you
mathing.
own the house?
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you have any credit cards?
I have two.
What's the highest limit?
The highest limit will be 10,000 on my credit card.
Nigga. Something ain't right here, bro.
Your family got money back in Venezuela?
No, they came here with $0. It does
Sign
not
off
have any
here,
money
nigga.
right here.
It's all joke.
Drug money, man.
She a hostess with a
I can
house.
show
and
you.
800 credit score?
hostess with a house?
Come on, man.
I'm not a hostess right now. I was a hostess when I met my
Nigga, she-
boyfriend.
she gonna-
I bartended for a really long
Nigga, she
time.
got two jobs, bro. One of them
I
is-
do not have one.
No, but Myron,
One
she
of
wants
them
to
shit
show
we'll talk
herself.
about.
Yeah, sign off there, bro.
Okay.
There's some red flag. Okay,
All right.
whatever. What about you?
My credit score is 650.
There we go.
But
Keeping
like,
it real.
just like Sanai, I started off with like a 740 when I was 18 because my mom had me as an unauthorized user, under her credit
Okay,
card.
which doesn't count, by the way, but that's fine.
It doesn't count, but like when you turn 18,
It
everything
counts.
like
Yeah, it does.
blows.
Yeah, it
and
just translates over.
Yeah,
What about you?
so-
715.
Interesting. Okay. Now, I'll ask this one last question, then Jordan, I'm going to pass it to you. Just this now, you get a kind of like an idea of where all the girls stand.
Yeah.
And then you can ask your questions. What would you say is the one thing that you struggle with financially that fucks you up? It could be you have bad budgeting habits. It could be credit card debt. It could be you have an addiction to shopping. Like personally for you, what messes you up? You eat out too much? What eats away at your money and puts you in a financial situation like, fuck, I could have done better here? We could start right here, actually. Right? Or yeah, she started last time. Right here.
So for me, I would say it's more so just debt. Just already being
Okay.
in debt. I'm not materialistic, so I'm not somebody that believes in shopping and Gucci, all that. I don't like that stuff. But
Yeah.
for me, it's like because I have so many bills and I'm trying to catch up, I've always kind of just spent my money more on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, what about you?
Student loans.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
What about you?
I would say I just spend money sometimes to spend money. Like if somebody doesn't have something, I be wanting to help them out. Like I give out money.
Stop the cap.
So you're a charity?
A charity is crazy. No, you have to be
A good
close to
person.
What do your parents do for a living?
My mom's in the military now. She's contracting. She lives in Abu Dhabi.
Okay. And your father?
My dad, I don't even know what he do.
Wait, are your parents divorced?
I didn't know what your dad
Okay,
does.
so wait. Okay, so your mom's in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
She's in the UAE. Who do you live with?
I live by myself with my friend.
Okay, that's why she lesbian.
Nigga, you're 18.
What does that mean?
All right, something is out of here, either, bro. What's going on here, bro?
Keep it on to the streets. All right. Okay. All right.
What is that?
All right. What about you?
I would say my biggest regret was putting too much money down on my car. I was like, always had this mindset of if I have the money, I should put it down so I don't have to pay that interest over time. But you should also learn to use other people's money
Leverage.
for exactly. So you're paying more monthly bills, but you're not putting too much up front, too much capital up front where you could have used it to play in other places.
George, that's actually pretty good, man. I like that.
Yeah. No,
That's
she's gonna
smart,
do really
man.
well today.
All right. What did when did you purchase your vehicle that you made this regret? Was it recently?
So I had a Honda Pilot 2005 since I was 16, and I kept it till the wheels literally fell off. I sold it to CarMax for $300, and I bought my Tesla in 2022 of March. So it's about to be 2 years.
That was a bad time to buy cars at that point, right?
Yeah, because they didn't do the tax write-off, which was like throwing me, because you could do like the tax exemption.
Yeah.
But that was the literal, like there was like a couple months that they didn't allow it, and I bought in that time period, but it's okay.
Well, I mean, prices were probably higher then too.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like down by like 8,000.
You can buy Tesla for now, like what, 50K now, 40K now?
30K.
I bought mine for 49. So, but I think it's lower now for the
No,
model.
but brand new.
Brand new, yeah.
Wait, what model?
Model 3.
Oh yeah, that's shit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I wasn't going big right
I'm thinking
away.
X, like, okay, never mind.
All right. Okay. What about you?
Mine was probably a mix of like the student loans, and I also had like a first car that kind of was just like a huge mistake. Like I shouldn't have bought it at the financial point I was at,
What'd
and
you
I
buy?
did. It was a Charger, but it wasn't like
You bought a Charger?
It wasn't one of those like
Yo, you like
Scat
niggas, huh?
Pack brand
she
new
does.
ones, but
You like niggas, huh? Yep.
I don't
Gotta
like
be,
type.
bro. Charger? You say H driving a Charger
what
like
the fuck, bro?
trap house?
Yo, not only that, a Chinese woman driving a Charger.
Listen, that was my baby.
On the road. Yo.
To the left now. Get the way.
I mean, I miss her, but
Niggas. To the left now. Underwear.
Everybody can look.
I hit you long time.
Everybody can look.
I hit you long time. Sorry. Composure. Yeah. That was funny. That's really funny. Okay, moving on smartly. What about you?
Yo, Mark, focus, man.
Myron's losing control.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas?
So I heard, right? It's a study that says like the worst drivers are Asian women, bro. You heard about that
I've
study?
heard that.
That's a lie.
Yeah, but I don't believe that.
what we're the worst drivers
That's a
Yeah,
lie.
in the world,
in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bold.
That's a lie.
especially Chinese.
Still
They don't know where they're going.
I mean, it's getting
Ice too low.
specific here.
I'm done. Let's move on. All right, what about you?
I would say school because I pay for my school.
By yourself?
Yes. Yeah. And also like living a lavish life and not wanting to like owe things. So pay everything.
In full?
Yes. I just don't like having debts because it gives me anxiety.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Because I already know what I'm gonna say.
What?
Yo,
My
make it
boyfriend. I
time
feel like I spend a lot of money on him. I do spend a lot of money on him.
What do you buy your boyfriend?
Lots of things.
Like?
Like I paid off his car.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that nigga winning, bro.
Yeah.
That nigga said, yo, shorty gonna take care of me? I'm good.
Does he take care of you?
Wait, how much was that?
Like $20,000.
Holy yo, I'm single. Swear to God. What? 20K?
Damn.
I know.
Wait, 20K.
She went from Venezuela to Vanessa Swella, man.
Bro.
Vanessa, what the fuck, bro?
Wait, hold
That
on.
nigga met her at Texas
Wait.
Roadhouse getting free bread. Now he's getting free bread for real. What the fuck is going on, bro?
That's special with them teams, man. You so paid.
My man came up from nothing to something.
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh,
so,
shit.
bro.
Hold on. In total, how much did you spend roughly?
Nigga
on your
finessing a
boyfriend?
girl from third world country, man. No remorse.
So the boys, you
I don't
know,
That's a hate crime. That's a hate crime, bro.
It's the city boy. That nigga a hut boy now, man. God damn. The village boys, we up.
Damn. Okay, in total, how much did you spend on your boyfriend?
Okay, I don't a lot. Like I don't know. I just whatever he wants, I buy.
Why?
Like average, let's say like 50K.
Dang, you like girls too?
But I'm working.
I like girls too. Okay. I actually like girls too, but I'm with a boy right now.
How long have you guys been together?
With my boyfriend for 3 years. Yeah.
But I'm curious where she gets all this money.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
I can say why. Okay, basically, I used to bartend, and like bartenders make a lot of money in tips and shit. No, I don't do that. You're not gonna find me on any of the platforms at all. But yeah, bartenders, like when I used to bartend, I made a lot of money from that.
How much you made?
I'm not gonna say how much I made.
Roughly.
I can't say how much I made.
How much is a good night for you? Roughly.
A good night was at around $800 a night. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Very possible.
Yeah. Bartending, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was just a Bahama Breeze. And that was a regular. I just
Okay.
got into another restaurant. Yeah.
I believe her, man.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Yeah.
Especially down
Yeah,
here.
One Pepper Pies.
Yeah.
I used
That's a
to
good
work
one,
there.
Pepper Pies. Yeah.
Yeah. I worked there for 3 years. Yeah. It was
How
fun.
old is your boyfriend?
My boyfriend is about to turn 24 years old.
How old are you?
I'm 21. I just turned 21.
Sheesh.
My nigga finesse her.
Yeah.
To the max, bro.
Finesse
Yo.
as well, man.
Yo, D game on point. Pause.
Yeah.
Big pause. All right.
All right. What
What
about,
about
you?
you?
I would say falling victim to losing the value of money and also not being able to control a lot of unfortunate situations that require saving. So it's like, you know how people say you save for a rainy day and then it rains every day?
Yeah.
Everything. And then a lot of people don't know that a lot of people are like 2 life emergencies from being homeless or
That's true.
or 1 or 2 even from being like on the streets or whatever the case ended up somewhere more unfortunate due to whatever emergencies or whatever.
George, what's the study you said? American savings, $1,000. What's the percentage of people that have less than $1,000 in their account?
So 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And what's crazy about that is 40% of the people that are making over $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Even
a
with
pretty
100K
shocking
per
statistic.
year plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I would say student loans as well, because I
Student
pay
loans?
for my own school. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing bankruptcy won't save you from, bro.
Yeah, really what it boils down to is you have to produce more than you consume.
Yeah.
And people really struggle with that. So you have to ask yourself, how much am I producing right now? And just be really, really honest. You say, do I consume more than this? And most people would say yes. So that's the biggest problem.
So I'll ask one last question. I'm going to turn it to you. I won't get specific here, but I'm just going to say, who at the table makes more than $100,000 a year?
Raise your hand.
Anybody? Okay. All right.
Well, she
So,
has
hold
to.
on. You have to.
Okay, I don't want to raise my hand.
Nigga, just raise your hand, man.
Honest.
Come
So
on,
there's only-
man.
Okay, so over 200 per year.
No.
Okay, so somewhere between 100 to 200. So everyone else is under 100K. Okay, all right. Which, you know, just so you ladies know, only about 15% of the U.S. population makes 100,000, so it's a minority. All right, George, I'll turn to you, man. Go ahead.
Well,
You got an
they're gonna-
idea of what where everyone stands?
Yeah, you want me to write down some questions so we could have some fun, do like a trivia, like a macro trivia game.
Sure.
But I think the gals are going to do pretty well.
Okay.
So I'll start off with some of the harder questions, and then we'll kind of use that as a gauge.
Yeah, okay.
So first question, what is the Fed?
Federal Reserve.
Yeah. So what is the Federal Reserve?
Basically, our economy is printing fake money right
But
now.
what is the Federal Reserve?
Who created the currency?
You're getting close.
The value of the U.S. dollar.
Well, what the Federal Reserve, I would say, is the central bank of the United States.
Okay. Yeah.
But you're very close. So that's good.
Okay. So we had one person. Did anyone else know that? Let's be honest here.
I did. I swear to God, I said the bank. I swear to God.
You said the bank?
Yes, I swear to God.
I didn't hear her say that, but okay.
She did.
She did? Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Go ahead.
Okay, next one. What is inflation?
What we're going through right now.
Yeah.
But what is
okay,
that?
hold on.
So what does that mean?
When-
You want me to go?
When
How about
what?
this? I'll go around the table,
Yeah.
and you can just say yes or no if you know, or you can give a guess. That'll probably be easier, right?
Okay.
We'll start here.
What is inflation?
What is inflation?
Like she said, like what we're going through right now, like the cost of living is going just crazy up, and everything in general, like just everything in general.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
When the value of the U.S. dollar goes down, and like she said, the cost of living is higher than what the minimum wage is, what people are making.
Okay.
When just as she said, the cost
I mean,
of
she
living
should
high.
know for sure.
Well, yeah, because I was born in Venezuela. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of inflation over there. But basically, like, my parents. Maracaibo, yeah.
Yeah.
Racist. My parents used to make like in a week what was the value of a box of pizza, and then the living cost was really high. So then it was like you weren't able to buy like groceries or anything, or like afford anything, you know.
Okay.
Wow.
It's what we're going through right now, that everything's expensive.
You guys can't say it's not what we're going through right now. What is inflation?
Well, everything has changed now. I feel like, let's say like way before, years ago, maybe like a gallon of milk was like $2.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, let's say like 7 with tax.
Okay.
So everything has gone up. Everything's more expensive.
Okay. And George, you give me the best. We'll go through all, and then you say whoever you think got the best answer.
I would say prices and wages rise, and the money that people can make goes lower. They just can't afford as much as the prices are rising.
These are some pretty good answers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually
impressed.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Inflation is when the economy is overproducing the amount of money, and there's not enough to go around. Basically, is the best way I could put it.
Okay.
Y'all have such good answers, so sophisticated. Basically, it's when the economy's very broke and nobody can afford to live.
Okay, it's simple.
I like that one.
All right.
I mean, yeah, she said it. The cost of living is going up, and people can't afford it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Simple. Eggs being over $10.
Okay, I like that
All
one.
right, fair enough.
I read a report yesterday, or not yesterday, but the other day that said somewhere in the country a Big Mac is now like $18. I don't know where it was. I don't know if that's
probably Dubai.
Connecticut or maybe New York, something like that. But
Wow.
that, yeah,
A Big Mac?
yeah.
Big Mac is not that good.
Yeah.
Yo,
San Francisco, New York City, Alaska.
yo, Chris. Sorry, buddy. Prices are going up.
Funny.
Yeah, but those are some good answers.
Yeah,
All right.
very good.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, so I think I got to ask maybe some harder questions.
No.
Okay, what does GFC stand for?
Say it again.
GFC.
Greatest common factor.
The what?
All right, we'll start. Give your guess.
I think I got him on this one.
Yeah, give your guess. We can start here and then work our way. And if you don't know, you can just say I don't know.
I don't know. But
You
I
don't
do feel like I know it, but I'm going to say I don't know because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Oh, you can guess. That's what it's all about.
I pass.
I'm gonna say I pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it gross something? I don't know.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah.
GFC.
Yep.
Gross financial.
Cock.
Sure, cock. We're just gonna go with that because I can't think of the C.
All right.
Maybe gross financial commission.
Okay.
It has to do with like maybe gross income or something. I'm not fully sure.
Okay.
Just taking a guess.
It's GFC. I don't know where you got the GI from. But go ahead.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know either, but I'm gonna guess. General financial competency.
Okay.
I'm just.
That sounds
I'm
like
not
it's
sure.
it.
That sounded right.
Sounds about right.
Well, they're
It's
getting
not
the F right.
It's not right.
They're getting the F right.
Can I answer it?
Is
Sure.
it global?
Global financial crisis.
You got it.
Global financial crisis.
I mean, I knew it was something like that.
I was close.
All right. Next one.
Okay, let's see. Where did dollars come from? The majority of them.
All right. We can start here and then work our way backwards. Miss Columbia, we're talking about U.S. dollars, right?
Yeah. So if you go to your bank account, and let's just say in your checking account you've got $1,000, where did those dollars come from?
Okay. Start here, Miss Columbia. What do you think? Just give your idea of what you might think could be.
Honestly, it's gonna be wrong, but I want
That's
to
fine.
say maybe the government. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Not really sure.
You said most of them.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Treasury or the FDIC.
Mm-hmm.
One of any of the FDICs or the Treasury or from circulation. I don't know. Those are my answers.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. I don't know.
I'll admit this is a hard one.
Well, as she said, treasury, and also even though we have our money in our bank, it's also being used.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought of like your employer, but obviously not specifically.
Okay.
So, from my knowledge, it's the Federal Reserve, but it's honestly being printed into thin air now because they used to do the currency with gold, and they no longer hold it against gold anymore, to my knowledge. And then also, any of the numbers that you see in your bank account aren't actually physical money until you actually go to retrieve it. All of it is just digital numbers.
Damn.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
I was gonna say the treasury as well. But
The money that's being printed with the treasury.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. So good, pretty good answer. Pretty good answer. So the money that you have in your account is lent into existence. So when you have an Airbnb,
Yes.
do you have a mortgage out on that Airbnb?
I do.
Okay, so when you went to the bank and said, "Hey, I need to borrow X amount of,"
I actually did a private lender. I didn't do a bank.
okay, then that would be different because
Right.
those dollars already exist.
Right.
So,
But when
tho-
you, let's just say, you're going to get a mortgage at a bank.
yeah, so they would create those dollars out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
So that's because those dollars are a deposit liability on their balance sheet. They're an asset in your balance sheet, or excuse me, a liability on your balance sheet as far as because you have to pay back that loan.
Right.
And then those dollars are an asset. Then on their balance sheet, the loan itself is an asset. So banks create dollars by lending them into existence. But your other answer is pretty good too.
The
Because,
gold.
well, the physical pieces of paper are a liability of the Fed.
Yeah.
So those are created by the central planners. And
Well,
then
that's why they say the U.S. dollar doesn't have any more real worth because there is no actual trade going on.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a very good answer.
Okay.
So the majority from the banks is
Cool.
the short
good.
answer there.
All right.
Some chats.
Yeah, I can read some chats, and then George will get the next question going. We got here. Rough goes. Tried starting my diesel truck this morning while it was cold as fuck, and it sounds like fresh stuttering while trying to make a point. Much love, F&F. Shout out Bills for helping on Fed Reacts. Yep, facts.
That's funny.
Chris26 says, ladies, besides yourself, who is the most attractive and least attractive woman on the panel?
Oh shit.
That's so mean.
That's a good question,
I
actually.
mean, it's actually a good
I mean,
one.
don't lie though. They won't say it.
All right. Who is the most attractive and least attractive woman on the panel? Damn.
We should do it, man.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right.
Okay, ladies, fun
All
part.
right, girls, yeah, we gotta have some fun. All right, so I know what you guys can say.
That's
You're
all-
beautiful, but if I had to say,
Listen,
you're 9.9, and the rest, everyone else is 10. Whatever. the fuck.
beautiful.
Yeah. So, go ahead and point out the most attractive girl at the table, and then point out the least attractive girl to the table. We will start right
Battle
here.
Royale. Let's go.
And don't ladies, don't fight
so
over you.
I get to point out the most attractive.
Yeah,
And,
and, then the least
and the
attractive.
least.
That's messed up.
In your
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Hey, man.
Don't worry, we can do it. We can do it with the men too. God, we'll do it. Don't worry.
What do you prefer?
yeah,
Money
let's do it
questions or
together.
this?
Are y'all answering?
Yeah.
Are y'all answering too?
Yeah, we'll answer too.
Yeah.
I like everybody.
Nah, you gotta choose.
I know I
some.
can't say that. I won't do that.
Okay.
But I would say the most attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
The most
Stop.
attractive.
Keeping in the sisterhood.
And
I
then
see.
least?
Yeah.
I like every. I'm gonna say myself.
Nah.
Nah.
You can't do
I
that.
can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Don't even play like that.
Besides yourself.
Yeah, besides yourself.
They all look
yourself.
good.
Since you
Wait,
said-
this
since-
is bad.
Since you
I
said,
can't do
since you
this.
said you're the least attractive, who's the one above you then? Since you're saying you're the worst one, who's the one that's above you? See, you're giving her a compliment.
That was smart, actually. That was
Damn.
actually smart.
Nah, this game for that.
Battle Royale. Fight.
I don't even.
Come on, man.
I can't answer it. I'm sorry.
No, you got to.
Come on, man.
They all look
3 years.
good.
Come on, man. You got this. Don't worry.
We haven't seen you in 3 years, man. Come on, man.
It's okay. You got
Why
this.
are you? Okay.
Come on. Come on, queen.
You're
Come
a
on, queen.
podcaster, man. Come
Come
on.
on, queen.
You a queen, man.
I'm
Come
scared
on.
to talk on
I
your
know.
podcast.
I
I know,
know.
he's gonna
But
talk.
listen.
Podcast host and can't answer the question.
All right.
That's crazy.
Well, can I go with the one that don't? Okay. So for instance, I'm gonna go with the one that don't.
Yeah, you could say that she's not your type if you were a lesbian.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a
Okay.
good
So
way to put
lesbian.
it.
So lesbian.
Wait, what?
You're my type, but I'm gonna say you're not my type.
What?
Oh,
But
so
you're
her.
really my type.
All right. That's cool.
So her, the one in the jean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Don't worry, man. We're gonna do it to ourselves too next. So don't worry. Go ahead. All right. Most attractive girl at the table. Least attractive girl at the
I'm
table.
gonna
Go
say
ahead.
the most. I'm gonna say you.
Oh, okay.
Y'all better stop.
Least. I can't answer that.
Yeah, you
I
do.
can't. No, I can't. Answer
Come on, man.
This
You guys
is
got this.
hard.
Why
Come
would you
on,
answer
man.
the-
Y'all got this, man. Come on.
10 hours later.
I can't. I can't.
But it's funny.
This is so
This shows
bad.
you a big difference between men and women
Yeah.
because a guy would have no problem with it whatsoever.
No problem.
Yeah.
That's
Just
why
be
y'all
like-
should answer first.
Yeah.
I think you guys
answer and they will answer.
No, no.
Wait. Answer in what way? Like, who's the ugliest dude here?
No.
But like, who's the most attractive and who's the
Oh,
least
you want us to
attractive?
rate the girls?
No, no.
Yeah, I feel like
Hold
the
on.
guy should answer
Do it.
first,
As
and then we should
I
answer.
recall, in the world we live in today, ladies first. Continue.
Yeah, just ladies, come on. We'll go last. To be honest, y'all opinions don't count anyway because you're all females. But I just want to see what you guys think.
I mean, that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah, opinions females don't count on other females.
I'm not just paying myself. Like I can't.
How dare you?
I can't do it.
All right, listen. Let's answer the question, or I think we should burn through it because these girls not gonna answer this question, man. They're gonna waste our time.
I don't think we're gonna do it.
We can't do that.
They can waste our time, man.
Oh, we can, but
Maybe you can go based off answers instead of looks.
What you
Oh,
do that,
Because I already have my
I'm gonna
answer.
tell you right now, you my type, baby.
Okay.
You is my type. That's exactly what I want to do.
Smart. I'll go really
we
quick
did
because I
that-
already know. I
Guys,
would
go
say
first.
you because
Guys,
you
so
look.
answer the question before we move on, man. These girls not
No,
gonna
no,
answer.
no. The prettiest. The prettiest because you're very naturally beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like that you're really quiet because I'm like really loud. So, you know. And I would say the least attractive to me right now is the girl that's taking care of her man because, girl, you need to get yourself a man that's taking care of you. You're doing a little bit too much for this guy that's not really providing.
And you know what?
That was a good way to put
That's
it.
valid.
Yeah,
That was a
facts,
great way
yeah.
to put it.
There we go.
That was
I
a
was
great
gonna
way to
say
put
you
it.
just my type. You want to buy? Go ahead.
I agree with that.
Okay, this is great because they're not saying shit. All right, George,
Yeah.
you go ahead.
I'm curious because I knew this answer 15 years ago very well, but I'm curious to hear what the gals say now. So how do you tell if a guy has money or not?
Wow, that's a
Like
good
if
one.
you're at a bar at a club,
That's a
like
good one.
how do you look at the guy? Women are very intuitive. How do you measure that?
Are we going around or are we just hopping in?
Let's start here.
What's the scenery? Like, how are we judging? What are
Well,
we
so you're in
judging
a
off of?
bar, you're in a club, you're out at a restaurant, cafe, or something like that, and you see a guy. That guy has money, or that guy doesn't. What are you using to come to that conclusion?
Okay.
Oh.
How are we answering?
I can tell you right now. Oh my God, I got a headache. The guy that's obviously not the flashiest is the one that has the money.
Yeah.
When you're seeing the guy with the Gucci belts, the Gucci hat, all of this stuff, and the guy that wants to constantly buy you drinks, I feel like that guy is the one that doesn't have money
Right.
because he's kind of like portraying this persona
but only
that's not
to
really
a point,
him.
right? Because if a guy shows up and he's wearing a hoodie and looks like he's homeless,
Right.
then it's probably the same thing.
You think so?
I'm assuming. I'm just.
From personal experience, the guy that always ended up having money was the guy that was less for me.
Yeah.
And the one that didn't have the money was always the show off. So that's my opinion.
I'm gonna say that too. It's normally how they carry themselves. If they carry themselves too like flashy and too loud, they have no money most of the time. And the ones that are more calm and they're not out here flashing a Gucci belt, like you said, chains everywhere, they're the most. They have the more money.
In clubs though,
Yeah.
I don't think in clubs. In clubs, I think guys with money
No.
they flash it a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
and they buy
A
drinks.
little
Miami
bit,
lifestyle.
but
Guys with no money in clubs, they be in the corners not buying shit. So what the, you know?
I agree with that. But it's also when they're just too much. Like you can see when they're just doing way
Yeah, but you
too
still
much.
hang out with them. You still drink their drinks and shit.
I don't know if I can agree to that because
Come on,
I've hung
man.
out with
Come on,
some
queen.
listen, I've hung out with some rappers and stuff like that, and it wasn't their money, it was the label's money.
That too.
So
they still got money.
that's just like, for instance, you can have somebody do a club hosting or something like that at a strip club, and you can say, hey, I want to have $500 for me to throw at the strip club. And they can provide that for you. That's not their money.
Yeah.
That's being provided for you.
That is true.
So
All right.
that's why I don't agree to that.
Y'all still get lit though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? What is a sign that? Well, I don't know if she'll be able to answer this, but a sign that you think a guy has money.
Listen, it just all depends on how much they're willing to spend at the end of the day. They could have whatever on. You don't know who rocking what. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much money's in their bank account. It all depends on how much they're willing to give. Even when they're buying something, tipping, it just depends. Can't
That was the best non-answer I've ever heard. Didn't answer the question at all, but
How much
okay.
they spend? Got it.
Yeah, fantastic. What about you?
So to touch on the flashy point in the club, right? I think the Miami lifestyle, almost everybody's flashy. So I would say that's the difference between fast money, new money, and old money. I think like generational wealth, they they are rocking different brands that aren't the ones that we're seeing on social media every day. They're wearing the watch with the regular face and not the diamond bezel. You know what I'm saying? So I think it comes down to like, you know, So that's new money. That's more of like the flex thing, right? But like when you see a man walk in with old money, you can tell. It's the way he carries himself, and it's just the way that he's going about everything. You know, some guys don't even like that. They like being treated well, but they also want to be treated like a regular person too. So it kind of just depends. But I think that's the difference between old money and new money.
So I think the next question is, which do they prefer?
Old money.
Okay. Do you want me to go around to finish with what?
Yeah, I was doing that so I wouldn't forget. Because
Okay.
usually I have my notepad.
Okay. What about you? What shows you that a guy has some money?
I think the point of like how they present themselves is very important. Like someone who has money and knows it and doesn't need to show it to the whole world knows they have money because they have confidence and that's what matters. But I also think like it really just kind of depends on like I saw one of my favorite music artists is Bryson Tiller and he was wearing these expensive ass shoes. I don't even know what they're called, but they're like, you know, bands. So it's like before he even became famous, he was working at Papa John's, you know? So you never really know when someone actually has money or when they don't got money. But I think it's the way they present themselves that's pretty important.
I'll say it is.
Do they drive Chargers?
Hey, I mean, I was never rich, but I was driving one.
But Bryson Tiller, he dresses very casual, not too crazy, and is like low key. You didn't even know who he was until you heard his music. Like you can't tell who he is in the
It's
crowd.
because he knows his words.
Super
He has
humble guy.
confidence.
Yeah.
Wow.
You met him or something?
Yeah, in the club.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who that is, but
A singer.
okay.
Yeah, he sings.
Well,
You
I
should
believe
know.
that looks are deceiving because there's a lot of people, like they said, they have brands on and they show off a lot, but maybe you look at someone and they look humble and they have more money. I feel like when you have money, you don't show it off and you don't talk about money. Like you're just humble about it, you know, and you're more into yourself and more into the corner.
All right. What about you?
Actually, you work at a club, right?
Yo, no, bro.
My parents own a club. I run it.
So do you see like how
Oh,
guys?
I see a lot. Trust me. It's like
Right.
you see someone walk in and let's say maybe they came with like work clothes and a lot of people belittle them. And let's say someone comes in all dressed up, everything, and then everyone's like on top of them, like, oh, are you okay? But then you're belittling the other person and the other person has more money.
Right.
And let's say like this person tips you like the one that looks like has a lot of money and is flashing a lot. They'll probably won't even tip you.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
And the other one probably tip you like $50, like $80, and you're just like, you know, because I've seen a lot of my employees do that.
Mhm.
Like they belittle people, and I'm like, don't do that because you don't know who's walking in. Treat
Facts.
everyone the same.
That's true.
So that's
Alright.
my opinion.
All right.
That's very true.
I also feel like it's like more about like the way you dress and stuff, but also like I feel like we're in a generation where a lot of things we don't know, like the brand stuff. Like you can say, oh yeah, I'm wearing this, but you will never like. What about if you don't know what it is and it's probably expensive, you know? So it's like it's probably more about like the way that you talk and then you like perceive to other people. Especially in the service industry, you can like it could be like the person that you don't think like it will tip you like the most, you
Mm.
never know. It will be like the person that wear the flashiest like stuff that will not tip you as well, it will tip you like $5, $4, and it's always like it's a battle because you will never know unless you like interact with that person and actually have a conversation with that person and kind of like the vibes that you get from that person as well,
Okay.
That's how I feel.
But often it's tough to tell by tipping alone
Yeah.
because I know some of the richest guys out there and they're the tightest
But
Pause.
I
when it
feel
comes
like
to tipping.
I have had people sat at my table, which like people that have a lot of money and they have like actually like if you give them good service, and then something that I was told like when I was really little like was like, oh yeah, a lot of people that are rich end up marrying people that are in the service industry because they like to be taken care of, so they tend to tip people more that take care of them depending on how your service and how you serve them is.
I think that's just because it's a target-rich environment. I mean, I think that's where the guys are meeting the girls. But anyway.
That
Alright.
could be too.
I would piggyback off of what Maddie said. Like, they're subtle assets, so not too flashy. Like a plain Jane watch, nice timepiece, like an asset. The type of car they drive, what their house looks like. Someone who looks professional and clean. Their position at their job, and I guess also who they know in their network, so their credibility is like also could be vouched for. This is not all the time though. This is like dead giveaways. if it is like an example of a high value man or a rich man.
Mm.
But like for the most part, the men who have like their large subtle assets, they're not too flashy with it or bragging about it, and it's just like a regular thing to them.
All right.
All right.
And you?
I would kind of piggyback up what they said, just kind of presenting yourself to everybody. First impressions are everything. So it's like, make that first impression matter. Don't be too like, like I have this, I have that, and then you don't have that in the end. Always be humble. If you do have it, a lot of the people that are wealthy, they don't really like to flash a lot of fancy things because they know they have it at the end of the day. So.
What do you prefer now?
Well, yeah.
And
What
I
do you
think also
prefer
too,
now?
what's interesting
go ahead.
is it's a combination here. I think is what it boils down to for the people watching this. If they want some tips, it's not just aesthetically how you present yourself, but it's also your personality, and it's how you carry yourself. Like Mystery says, I don't know if he said this before, but there has to be congruency, right? So
Yes.
if you're a guy
Some-
that dresses like fresh, let's say, okay, that's fine. If you're obnoxious, then the girl's going to think, well, this guy's just. He's just like a poser. He doesn't, he's not really rich. He's just pretending to be rich. But if he carries himself with a lot of confidence and walks in there and has all this social proof, like
Yep.
Mystery would say,
Yeah.
now all of a sudden it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So if you saw a famous rapper or something like that that was dressed over the top, you wouldn't assume that he's broke because there's congruency there. So however you're presenting yourself, if you're one of these guys watching and you want some of those tips, I think that's key.
Okay. And then the question to follow up, you said, which one would you prefer?
Old money versus new money?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
another thing that's interesting too is because you're 30, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was gonna, I was,
I turned 32 weeks ago.
I was wondering if her answer would be quite a bit different from the other gals.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I retired in 2012, but I've had thousands of people that have worked for me over the years, and the majority of the people that worked for me were actually women. And they were kind of professionals, upper 20s to probably mid 30s or so. And what they would always do, because back in the day when guys used to go out to clubs, you'd wear a suit, or maybe not a full suit, but a sport jacket. And the trends in fashion have changed quite a bit, significantly. But what the secret was is they'd always look at the guy's shoes, because he'd wear a nice sport jacket or something like that, or a nice shirt. But then he'd wear a very cheap, inexpensive pair of shoes, and that was always the dead giveaway. Where if the guy was wearing an expensive pair of shoes with everything else, then you had that congruency. Then you're like, okay, oh yeah, that guy's got his stuff straight.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you want to ask what would they prefer?
Yeah, which would you prefer? So because the old money, it seems like that would be a bit stale. That wouldn't be as much fun. Where the new money type of guy, that might be, more parties, more spending money,
More of an
more
experience.
yachts for the, more Dubai.
Yeah. Versus the other guy, it might be more consistent, but maybe got it as a inheritance, right? Is that what you mean? When you say old money? Because
I think that has a lot to do with it as well, because I would assume that a gal is going to want to go out with a guy that was able to make his own money. Right? Because if if it was given to you, then that really doesn't prove who you are. It doesn't mean that you're capable. It doesn't mean that you're a leader. It doesn't mean that you're decisive, right? But if you've made that money, like you guys have, from scratch, you just came from nothing. That in and of itself proves that you're ambitious. It proves that you're smart. It proves that you're good with money. It proves that you're a leader. It proves that you can manage people. And I think those are all qualities that are very attractive to women, but it's something that they can sense intuitively.
It's funny. When I'm on a date sometimes, Alex, how'd you do the podcast with Myron? And the story itself shows a lot of DHV. And that by itself does show social proof.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's huge.
All right. Did you want to ask that?
Let's start here.
Yeah. So we'll go here. Would you prefer a guy that comes from a rich family, maybe inherited the money, right, old money, or a guy that got it himself, but obviously he might be throwing money around and a little bit more reckless with it, etc.
Ooh. And you said,
A guy inherited it because his family's wealthy, right? So he's doing well and is probably going to stay there for maybe another generation or two. Versus a guy, he's the first one to make money in his family. He's throwing around crazy, don't know how to act. You know what happens when you can't give these niggas money, right?
Yep.
So
Right.
yeah. So
I would say a guy that inherited the money.
You go with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Security?
Security is one thing. And I just feel like when it's old money, I just feel like it's managed well because it's been there for so long.
Yeah.
And I think that's a mindset. Like I feel like what she was saying earlier, what Maddie was saying earlier, that you have more knowledge behind it. Like I feel like you have more education, more people that's willing to pour into you when it's older.
But the people that gave it to him has the knowledge and the wisdom.
But not
the
all
guy
men.
might not. The guy might be a complete,
Were
complete
you saying
idiot.
the old money don't have the knowledge?
Right, because if they inherited the money, it doesn't mean that they're good with money.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
I think that comes down to the parenting of the parents, though. You're either going to have a spoiled
Yeah.
brat or you're going to put your kid in position to win even more than you, hopefully.
Yeah.
You want them to go past beyond what you
But
were
then you
able to
also have to remember, if you're with that guy and times become tough, what is his level of competency with navigating that storm if he's just been handed everything in a silver spoon?
Right.
Or the guy that made it himself, you know that if you go through some trouble,
I just didn't like the idea, and not to cut you off, I'm sorry. I just didn't like the idea of what he said, which he throws it around everywhere. I think that for me was kind of like a scary point.
Okay.
And I'm more so speaking from my own personal experience. To me, having to had issues with handling money financially myself, seeing a man do that, it scares me because it's like, oh my God, I don't want to be put back into the same situation
Like
that
her
I'm trying to get
situation.
myself
Okay.
out of.
Understood.
Shot
Yeah.
with